Some texts inform, others transform, but there are secrets so ancient and powerful that they seem to transcend time, logic, and even our very understanding of reality. There exists a forbidden knowledge, hidden for centuries, capable of granting unlimited wealth, immortality, and mastery over one's very existence. But not to everyone, only to those who dare to see beyond the veil of illusion. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean are not just ancient writings. They are a code, a hidden key that connects the most enigmatic civilizations of the past and has been studied by legendary figures such as Hermes Trismegistus, Isaac Newton, and even Jesus Christ. It is said that those who comprehend their teachings can transcend the limits of matter and access the secrets of creation. Legend says, "He who deciphers the tablets shall have his wisdom multiplied 100-fold, but only the worthy shall find the key to their understanding." But why was this knowledge concealed? What do these tablets contain that challenges even modern science? If they truly hold the secrets of the universe, could deciphering them grant us the power to shape reality with our minds? Where did these mysterious writings come from? Who was Thoth the Atlantean, and what was his true role in the evolution of humanity? Did he uncover the secrets of the universe's creation and the transition of consciousness? Or have these answers always been right before us, waiting for those brave enough to perceive them? If these answers truly exist, they are closer than we imagine, hidden in the sands of time and the mysteries of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Get ready. The journey begins now. Long before he was worshipped as a god in Egypt, Thoth was a king of Atlantis, ruling his civilization for over 16,000 years without ever experiencing death. He was not merely a sage, but a master of transmutation, time, and cosmic consciousness. When he realized that his civilization was on the brink of destruction, he made a crucial decision: to preserve Atlantean knowledge so that future generations might one day rediscover the secrets of creation and immortality. And so he set out for a land that would become the cradle of occult spirituality, Egypt. But Thoth did not merely teach. He built immortal monuments. Contrary to what history books tell us, the Great Pyramid of Giza was not just a royal tomb. According to the Emerald Tablets, Thoth erected this structure 36,000 years before Christ, using advanced science and spirituality inherited from Atlantis. The pyramid was not merely architectural, it was an energetic portal, an initiatic center, and a transmitter of higher frequencies, mathematically and vibrationally aligned with the stars and the invisible forces of the universe. The question is, how could a civilization from the distant past possess such knowledge? How were they able to construct a structure with mathematical precision, so advanced that even modern engineering cannot replicate it? The truth is that Thoth did not use conventional methods, but instead applied universal laws, the same principles of vibration and energy that allow matter to be manipulated by the mind. It's no coincidence that certain esoteric traditions claim the Great Pyramid wasn't built. It was manifested. The Emerald Tablets speak of a hidden place beneath the Great Pyramid known as the Halls of Amenti. It is there that Thoth stored the records of the universe, the secrets of immortality, and the mysteries of cosmic consciousness. A place forbidden to ordinary humanity, but accessible only to those who master the power of the mind and vibration. The Emerald Tablets are not mere scriptures. They were not carved into stone nor written on parchment. They consist of 10 indestructible plates made from an unknown substance that simply cannot be broken, corroded, or destroyed by time. The material defies the laws of physics as we know them, and some theorists believe it to be a metal transmuted through Atlantean alchemy, a lost technology that enabled matter to be shaped through mind and vibration. But the most enigmatic aspect is not what they are made of, but what they contain. Each symbol inscribed on the tablets is not a simple letter or word, but a vibrational code, a hidden frequency that activates the mind of the reader. This Atlantean language does not merely convey knowledge, it awakens dormant parts of consciousness, connecting the reader to higher planes of existence. It's not like reading an ordinary book, it's like opening a portal within yourself, This means the tablets do not teach in a linear way. They do not explain. They do not argue. They transform. The one who dares to decipher them does not merely learn, but becomes part of the mystery itself. And that is why many believe this knowledge was never meant for everyone. Only those who are truly committed to the pursuit of truth are able to absorb its teachings, not because of some external barrier, but because one must have a prepared mind and spirit to comprehend something that challenges the very fabric of reality. It is said that those who read the tablets and understand their secrets never see reality the same way again. They don't just reveal mysteries, they reconfigure the mind of the one who deciphers them. It is told that in a time long ago, before time itself existed, Thoth the Atlantean ascended to the realm of the immortals, crossing dimensions that few would dare to even imagine. There he encountered the Dweller, an enigmatic being whose presence was like an abyss of stars, as if he himself were made of infinite space. Thoth, the great sage, asked the question no one had ever dared to ask. Master, what existed before time? The Dweller remained silent for a long moment, as if his gaze could pierce through entire eras. Then at last he replied, there was the void, but from the void emerged a thought, and that thought created a vibration that filled the universe in E. That instant, Thoth understood something that would forever change his perception. The universe was not born of chaos, nor from a random explosion. Everything, from the stars to the smallest grains of sand, was the result of conscious intention, a primordial thought that gave birth to all that exists. Matter then was merely an illusion, a reflection, an echo of the original vibration that shaped the cosmos. But within that truth lay an even deeper secret. If everything is created by thought, then reality itself can also be shaped by the mind. Every action, every intention, every human desire is a frequency cast into the ocean of the universe. Those who master this principle do not simply observe the world, they learn to shape it, just as the original thought shaped all that is. Matter is merely a veil. The true purpose of existence is not the body, but the evolution of the soul. And those who grasp this truth become masters of time and destiny. Thoth understood the origin of the universe. He knew that creation was only a reflection of thought, and that matter was an illusion upheld by vibration. But this wisdom unveiled something even more powerful. Time was not a prison, but a navigable ocean. If all was frequency, then the mind could transcend the cycles of birth and death. The Emerald Tablets speak of a lost knowledge, a hidden technique that allowed a being to be reborn without forgetting who they were. While ordinary humans reincarnate, in a cycle of forgetting, Thoth is said to have mastered the transmigration of consciousness, enabling him to exchange bodies without losing his knowledge or identity. He not only lived for thousands of years in Atlantis, but continued his journey far beyond, taking on different forms and names throughout history. When the time is right, I shall emerge from silence. Those who know my wisdom will recognize me, and once more I shall walk among men. Many believe this return has already taken place. The name by which Thoth re-emerged over the centuries would be Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great, revered as the guardian of Hermetic secrets. His legacy shaped not only alchemy and astrology, but the very foundation of occult science, mind, expansion and reality creation. Intriguingly, this concept of divine return is not exclusive to Hermeticism. The return of Thoth echoes deeply in many religions and philosophies across the world. In Christianity, there is the promise of the second coming of Christ, where Jesus will return to restore order and awaken humanity. In Hindu tradition, the concept of avatars teaches that enlightened beings such as Krishna and Buddha return to earth in times of great spiritual need. In Zoroastrianism, there is the awaited coming of Saoshyant, a divine being who will bring renewal and knowledge. All of these accounts speak of immortal masters who never truly departed, but allow their consciousness to manifest once more at crucial moments in history. Seen through this lens, Hermes Trismegistus may have been just one of the forms Thoth assumed to continue his mission on Earth. But the question that echoes among the initiates is, did Thoth truly return? Does he still walk among us? If he discovered the secret of immortality, perhaps he never left. Those who master the secret of the mind and vibration are not bound by time, the body, or death. Thoth knew this. Hermes taught this. But the real question is, does anyone still carry this wisdom today? Throughout the centuries, humanity has sought to understand how the universe operates, trying to decipher the mysteries behind existence and creation. But the great sages already knew the answer, and that truth was hidden within one of the most powerful laws of Hermeticism, the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. What does this phrase truly mean? That the universe follows identical patterns at every scale. What happens in the macrocosm also happens in the microcosm. The movement of planets around the sun mirrors the movement of electrons around the nucleus, of an atom. The cycles of nature, like the seasons, reflect the internal cycles of human consciousness. Just as the physical body needs nourishment, the soul needs knowledge to evolve. But this law goes beyond merely observing cosmic patterns. If everything is interconnected, then our mind is not separate from external reality. Our thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not just internal processes. They are real forces that reverberate through the fabric of existence. If we understand this principle, we can begin to shape our own reality. We can align our thoughts and actions with the cosmic laws to attract what we truly desire. And this is where the great secret lies. This knowledge has always been reserved for the initiated. Societies such as the Rosicrucians, Freemasons, and alchemists understood that this truth could be dangerous if it fell into the wrong hands. That's why they hid it within symbols, metaphors, and rituals, so only those with a prepared mind and spirit could decipher it. Alchemical symbolism, the mysteries encoded in great cathedrals, the hidden teachings of ancient texts, all of them carry fragments of this same truth. The outer world is merely a reflection of the inner world. Those who understand this key are no longer slaves to fate, but architects of their own reality. The secret of creation does not lie outside, but within each one of us. If we learn to master our mind, we can shape our reality like true magicians. But this knowledge was fragmented over the centuries, hidden in symbols and secret traditions. To access it, one had to undergo tests, challenges, and initiations. And so a new question arises. How can we reach this state of mastery over reality? The answer may lie in the depths of humanity's most mysterious temple, the halls of Amenti. Death, a mystery that has haunted humanity since the dawn of time. But what if the end were not truly an end? What if there existed a place beyond this world, where true judgment occurs, where the soul discovers its destiny? According to the Emerald Tablets, such a place exists, and it is called the Halls of Amenti. Unlike the traditional concept of heaven and hell, Amenti is not a place of punishment or reward. It is a great cosmic archive where the memories, actions, and lessons of every soul are recorded. It is there that the guardians of light, ancient entities who protect the secrets of the universe, assess the spiritual progress of each being who arrives. Among these guardians is Anubis, the Lord of the Dead, whose scale weighs the truth of the soul. But the question that echoes through the corridors of this hidden temple is, who is ready to transcend? And who is condemned to return? And when you have conquered the shadows of fear, when you have crossed the chains of time, then you shall be allowed to pass through the doors of infinity. It is said that those who reach a high level of consciousness may cross the gates of Amenti and ascend to higher realities, becoming masters of space and time. But those who still carry spiritual weight, fears, doubts, and illusions, remain bound to the cycle of reincarnation, returning to Earth until they learn the necessary lessons. Here, we find a strong connection between the Emerald Tablets and other spiritual traditions. In Hinduism, this concept echoes samsara, the cycle of rebirth governed by the soul's karma. In ancient Egypt, the weighing of the heart in the presence of Ma'at determined whether a soul was ready to move on. In esoteric Christianity, we find the idea of purification before ascending to divinity. The halls of Amenti are more than a physical place. They represent the threshold between the known and the unknown, between the mortal and the divine. Only those who understand the universal laws and master their own consciousness can choose their own destiny. For all others, the cycle continues until they are finally ready to cross the doors of infinity. The soul's destiny is not fixed. It shifts as our consciousness expands. Those who understand this truth free themselves from the wheel of time and become immortal. The universe is not an accident. It is not governed by chaos, but by precise laws. Just as gravity keeps the planets in their orbits, there are invisible laws that shape existence, operating beyond ordinary human perception. And among them all, the Emerald Tablets reveal the most fundamental law of all. Consciousness is the creative principle of the universe. If everything began with a primordial thought that generated a vibration, and that vibration gave rise to matter, then our thoughts are also creative forces. What we think, we attract. What we feel, we manifest. And what we believe, we become. This knowledge is not merely a philosophical concept, it is the very foundation of reality creation. And that is why the great masters always warned, the greatest power of the human being is not in their hands, but in their mind. But understanding this principle is not enough. For consciousness to become truly creative, it must be trained. Just as an alchemist transforms lead into gold, the mind must be refined. Breaking negative patterns, eliminating doubt, learning to vibrate at the frequency of creation, that is the true path of the initiate. And this is where the wisdom of the Emerald Tablets connects with the ancient mystery schools. Whoever grasps this truth is no longer a slave to matter, fate, or time. They become the architect of their own existence, transcending the limits of the physical world and reaching a higher state of being. If everything is energy, then our reality is not fixed but malleable. What we call the material world is nothing more than a projection of vibrational patterns shaped by the mind. And if the universe was born from a primordial thought, then everything that exists, from fire to the wheel, from great civilizations to empires of knowledge, also began first in someone's mind. This means that creation is not a privilege of the gods, but an inherent capacity of human consciousness. Every invention, every advancement, every transformation began with an idea, a vision that became reality through intention and action. But what the tablets teach goes beyond the physical world. If this truth applies to the building of cities and empires, then it also applies to your life. The mind is the great alchemist of the universe. What it conceives becomes real. This knowledge was preserved by the mystery schools and secret societies who understood that the awakening of consciousness cannot be taught directly. It must be provoked. That is why the ancient masters used symbols, challenges, and initiations. They knew that truth cannot be given. It must be awakened within each seeker. Just as Thoth built the Great Pyramid not as a tomb but as a portal, hidden knowledge reveals itself only to those who are ready to see it. So the question remains, are you ready to create your own reality? Or will you go on believing you're just a spectator of the world around you? Man was not born only to work, eat, and sleep. He was born to become light and to unite with the all. The Emerald Tablets remind us that our journey on Earth is only a small part of existence. That the true path lies not in the material world, but in spiritual evolution. And he who seeks the light will find the path beyond the stars. But this quest is not for everyone. Since ancient times, this knowledge has been veiled, protected, hidden between the lines of symbols and words. Only those who dare to go beyond the obvious, beyond what has been taught as absolute truth, are able to see what has always been right in front of them. What lies beyond this point cannot simply be heard. It must be lived. Now I want to hear from you. If the Emerald Tablets truly hold the secrets of reality, what would be the first question you would ask if you could decipher them? Write it in the comments. And if you've made it this far, type "The eye of a Mentee sees all" in the comments. That will be our code, our seal, a sign that you are part of this journey. And where are you watching us from? I always love knowing where the seekers of the infinite are tuning in from. Drop your city or country in the comments, because this community goes beyond borders. And if this search truly resonated with you, you already know what to do. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications, because here, truth is not a destination, it's a path. And the next step on that path may be closer than you think. Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeking. And remember, the search for truth never ends, it only evolves. The journey continues.